Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Troll Homestead. I just wanted to let you know how the pond is coming along. So, the next stages of this development are structure. We got to talk about structure because ponds need structure. On the outside of the pond, as well as the waterfall features, anything that you are doing with a pond needs to be nice and strong. So, without further ado, let's take a look at what's going on here. So, we have some cinder blocks and we have what appears to be some steps. But this is actually the structure that's going to be underneath the underlayment. It takes a lot of work to be able to form this, to be able to have the correct measurements. So, at the first drop, you have 3 inches. Then it goes down to 4, and then it goes down to 5, and finally drops down into the pond at the bottom. So right here at the ledge here is going to be about 6 inches or so, and then that's going to be carved out, and also some cement is going to be put in the bottom, and cement is going to be used throughout this whole build once the underlayment has been set. But before we can do that, we need to get this all taken care of, tamped down, make sure it's nice and flat and level, and we're going to put some sand also underneath so that the rocks and everything else that I'm using in here can settle down into the spot that I want them to go. So we're going to tie everything in, always tying everything into the existing ground, and we're doing some grading and trying to compact everything as we go. So there's a hand tamp that I use to compact the dirt, and I have to spray the dirt every so often and then put fresh dirt on top of that and then compact it down. So it's a build-up process. If you don't do that, then it's going to, when it rains, when anything happens to it, it's just going to slide right off and not have the proper structure. So we need to have structure in this pond. It needs to be strong. It needs to be durable. It needs to last. My plan is to have it last over 20 years. So if I'm going to have it last over 20 years, it needs to be very durable. So once I get all this filled in with some more dirt and on the sides, make it nice and strong, it's going to float out. And what's going to happen is that the liner itself is going to go over the top of these cinder blocks, and it's going to be tucked into the dirt so that there will be no opportunity for water to escape at all. So it will be connected, the pond liner will be connected up here at the waterfall feature. There will be rocks around this, so it won't look like that this is just sticking out of the ground. Also, it will be built up on the back, and it will be floated in so that you can't really tell that this is even here. So that's the plan. Since the last video, I've gotten this whole line hooked up, goes down to the skimmer box down at the bottom where the pump is, and I've actually put in the pump, and I've tested the pump to make sure that it has proper flow and that there's no leaks. So originally there was some leaks. I had to cut it down, adjust the height of where everything sits in there, and I had to actually make the fitting a lot stronger and make sure I use some Teflon, liquid Teflon from my plumbing days, so that it can be nice and strong and it can adequately transport the water up. So briefly, I want to talk about transporting the water up. There's going to be gravity involved with this, and gravity is going to want to go down, not up. So everything here is going to, from the skimmer box, it already is hooked up, but it gradually increases. It doesn't just dramatically go up. The only time it kind of has a more of an incline is right at the top of where it connects in with the waterfall feature at the top. So you want to have it gradually lift up, and you want to understand how much lift that you can have for a certain size pump. Mine is 4,000 gallons per hour pump. It's a massively powerful pump. I tested it before I tested it when I hooked up. When I tested it in the bathtub, it was like a fire hose going off. It was just a lot of power, a lot of pressure. So I know for a fact that it was going to be able to reach the elevation. Also, I did do some research on the pump and see how much of an incline I can go up to be able to have the pump still operate as it should. So just giving you a look at where we're at here so you can kind of see the side about how far we've gone down. There's a lot of broken up pieces in here, and just to let you know, I live in Arizona. It is a desert, so everything that you touch as far as the ground is concerned is hard. It is not soft. It is not easy to work with. So every step of this process has been very difficult, labor intensive. So if you're thinking about doing a pond, you need to consider that there's a lot of work involved. So every single layer, it was done with a shovel or was done with a jackhammer. So jackhammer, once you get to a certain level, you're going to have to jackhammer it out because it's way too tough to be able to go down any deeper unless you have heavy equipment, which is something that costs a fair amount of money that I did not want to invest in. So you need to understand that this is not an easy project. It's taken me several days, several weeks of working on this to even get to the point of where it is at, because I've been doing a lot of digging and stuff with just by myself, and then had some other people come out and help me, like I said in my other video, to try to clear out some dirt. But it's just been an exhausting, labor intensive work, but it will be worth it. I just want to tell you that the beauty that's going to come out of this is going to be so pristine, and the sound from the waterfall and the fish that we're going to be able to eat, it's going to be very, very, very beautiful and add to my ecosystem that I'm trying to build here in the backyard. So everything that's good comes with a price. It comes with effort, it comes with sacrifice, and if you're willing to do that, you can have something really beautiful and something that you can be proud of, and something that can last for a long, long time, that you can enjoy for years and years to come. So I want you guys all to be encouraged to do a pond, but to also be able to conserve water with your ponds, to be able to use on your plants, and always have everything be able to be circulated and reused, recycled, replenished, so that we keep the environment nice and healthy and not take too much from it. So thank you all for watching. You guys have a wonderful day and enjoy my videos. Go ahead and subscribe, like my videos, and share them with your friends and family. Thank you.